And we are up and running. Hello everyone, this is a early morning one, so my voice is a little, I don't know, I guess you could say dried out or so. I don't know. It's quite hard to explain. Now one thing I'm going to do right now is try to get all my forces into Berlin. And we are going to kind of build the proper thing, build proper army so that they're prepared. Sorry. Army composition, Victoria 2. Yeah, I'm being a freaking loser. Just going to Victoria Reddit and seeing what their personal opinion is. So, first of all, Army infantry regards quite a lot of debate between which is better, blah blah blah. Next up, infantry on cavalry and reconnaissance electors cavalry brigades. I'm going to briefly say they all suck except Hussars. As you probably noticed earlier, keeping frontline units instead of just saying infantry. You know I've discussed how infantry beats out all other options just because Hussars are a thing. If you ever attach Victoria to, you know that digging in cap is nasty thing. And really bust defending armies quite a bit, blah blah. Airplanes, which is much later in the game, take advantage of mobilization numbers. Well, the thing is, I've never seen stacking penalties in Victoria 2. And so in most Paradox games, and it makes sense, if you have too many units in a battlefield, they end up, there's just too much. And so, you get penalties for it. It's hard to, fortunately I went bankrupt, that's good. Oh no, I'm losing money, I got it right back, yay, and I'm kind of still losing it. My economy, though. What's wrong? I have to raise taxes. There's a steel factory in Saxony, which has failed, and I'm very curious as to why. My only guess is that they just couldn't get the product, because I'm seeing reds right here, and they're not getting it. No, they're not getting it. So, I think that's what's causing it right now, is that they don't have the resources at the time. That means I would have to increase my RGO output, which is actually relatively easy to do. Actually, you might want to start doing that. Sorry, you know, you have like nasal things in the morning. At least I do. I'm just seeing. How I can go about that's all there is, professional soldiers? I was figured there'd be more. I do have significantly more capitalists than that, so actually, there is one major sucky thing, and that is, wow, that's damaging. I'm gonna be suffering a lot of attrition for a little bit. I'm gonna be losing a lot of money until this gets into play. Until this guy moves. Hurry up. Hurry up. We're losing people. Please hurry. Thank you. Alright, good. So. Oh no, there's still more. Where the hell are they? Oh, well, they're kind of stuck. That's just where they are. And I do have. I actually don't have enough. So you know what? Yeah, head over there. You know, just to survive, just to save my units, and they're just stuck there. There's nothing that can be done really. I will keep them there, just because of their location. But no, you know, yeah, we'll just get rid of them while we're at it, right? So, this episode is pretty much just going to be me playing with the military system and building up a military and reforming it. So we'll start at about 30 minutes. We got the timer started now, and let us begin. So, if we actually go up to the military tab, we can see the statistical differences between the 4 cavalry units that is available. So we have dragoons, which are, well, let's see, we have dragoons, it's Cuirassiers or something like that. It's you want to say curve, but it's actually a Q. I used to remember how it was. It was like Cuirassier, Hussars, and cavalry. So, all these have the same thing. So we have reconnaissance, attack, defense, discipline, maneuver, and then their maximum speed, and then their supply consumption. Dragoons, let's just start from the bottom and kind of ignore supply consumption just for right now. So looking down here, Hussars are the fastest and the most maneuverable. Cuirassiers are the least maneuverable, but I'm sure they have the highest attack, and they do. But they have no reconnaissance. They're actually quite pointless in that case. And actually, Cuirassiers actually would be falling out of favor at this time, because of all different kinds of things. Mainly infantry are becoming a thing, and they're just not enough, you know. They're not helpful enough. They're too slow. The Cuirassiers were shock cavalry essentially. They were heavy plate on their chest, and they're just not what you're gonna need in the future. So I'm thinking I'm going to disband all my Cuirassiers because there's no need for them. And I don't think I actually have any. I have a lot of dragoons. Alright, good. So I never actually built any, and the game never had anything for me, so. Oh yeah, there is one Cuirassier. So we're going to take that unit and we're going to disband it. Yep. Good. Now let's see what else we got going on. We have dragoons, Hussars, and then just normal cavalry. I don't get the point just normal cavalry. I don't know. I don't know why I would. They have a lower reconnaissance. They have a lower attack. They have a slightly higher defense. And they have the same discipline. They're not as fast. They're useless. Cavalry is useless. They're just a worse version of Hussars, and their supply consumption is minimal. So anything that's cavalry is going away. I don't think there's a lot, but... Riveting gameplay, I know. Well, I mean, if you're watching Victoria 2, I'm sure you're actually looking for stuff like this, right? In theory. Let's get these irregulars out, too. I'm trying to make sure you guys can't hear, like, my nose or anything like that. It's just very hard. I'm sure that's not fun to listen to. Or pleasant. Demobilize, please. Thank you. Good. Ooh, that was an accident. I'm sure it's fine. Now we have Hussars and Dragoons. Dragoons don't have the reconnaissance nor the maneuver. They have minimally higher attack and notably higher defense. They do have reconnaissance though, so I think there is a place for them in the game. Not a lot, but there is some. So we're going to create a new unit, and we're pretty much just going to pull out all the cavalry. And I think that's all of it, actually. And all the cavalry. So they're going to go, actually right here, because they can actually all survive there. So next we'll just go with artillery. I think we only have one type of artillery, so... Yeah, we only have one type of artillery, but let's see the bonuses towards mobile artillery. So, mobile artillery has 1 siege compared to... No, they also have 1 siege. They have lower attack, lower defense, lower discipline. They're not as strong as support. Their maneuver is faster. They're faster as well. They take up the same supplies, and their forward attacks. I don't think at the moment they're all that helpful. In some armies, I think they could be. In this case, at this time in the game, I can't imagine mobile artillery being all that beneficial. I could be very wrong, but. And then, really, the last comparison that we can make right now is regular and irregulars. So, irregulars actually have a reconnaissance value, but they don't really have much. Wow, 230% discipline, and I think that's really the only thing that they would have over them is that they have a reconnaissance value. But if you have the Hussars, I can't imagine irregulars being all that helpful unless you really, really need it. Alright, there you go. That's all the artillery. Quite a lot. They can get right there. And then we just have all the infantry. Which we have 55 infantry brigades. Well, is it brigades? Yeah, actually is brigades. Alright then, so now all we gotta do... Actually, there's a few more things. There is engineers. We'll pull them out real quick. Make sure we have a proper separation of all forces. So actually, I did forget to check those guys out. Engineers. So engineers have 1 siege. Well, they actually have a siege value. Well, no, they do have that too. They have a higher... Now they don't have as high as attack. Their defense isn't as high. Their discipline isn't as high. I don't know why you would use these guys, actually, if that's the point. Oh, they have support value, so these are actually support. I know how I feel about those. And until I get more instruction, I might just get rid of them. But let's just wait real quick. And we're going to get rid of the engineers, because I don't see any actual use for them myself. Alright, cool. So, up, there you go. Up, there you go. Alright, cool. So, my money's going up. So, I can only assume that something happened. Luckily, hopefully, it's fixed itself. It might not, but either way. So we have 50. So you can't really split 50 into 4 really easily. You can split 50 into 5 real easy, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm sure that's fine. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there we go. We have split our forces into more manageable sizes that make a little bit more sense. There you go. The warp-space dryducts in one of our coastal provinces are abuzz with rings of hammers and songs of saws. As local factories struggle to keep up with the new orders for clipper ships that are pouring in from all over the world, efficient work process and management combined with the excellent craftsmanship and seamanship have led them to produce more and more better ships during any previous years. Perhaps this is the time to reset, to rest on the laurels, but then again, the future is always unnecessary. So, let's celebrate or establish a naval school, which gives me bonus points until next to the end of the game. Let's establish a naval school then, because it does give us research points, and that's kind of a prerogative of ours. Alright, so we have 5 units. Alright, when we have 15 here, so actually that makes it perfect. I can actually split them into 3. Now, I know I can be making a very large mistake here because Victoria does work a little bit differently than the other Paradox games. Of course, a bakery in Saxony has failed. And so definitely now, I think with how many... I'll just reopen it. So that we have craftsmen having jobs. We are still building railroads, so again, once those are in place, I think we'll have a bunch more, a lot more money floating around. What else? We have administrative map mode, which is that's just showing how good our administration is, and it's really good. Our colonial map mode is useless for us right now. Recruitment map mode, national focus, naval. Oh boy. RGO output. There we go. This will do, I think. Population density. Plus we have nationality, sphere of influence, supply limit, party loyalty. A lot of liberals here, mainly because probably my. I was like, say, well, wow, that's really. I thought I probably didn't show too much of my stuff. Ranking, migrations. We're actually losing people, which is a shame. So I probably should focus here. And these are all the places that have have possibilities of crisis. So we obviously have here. Oh, wait, what's this? Yeah, we have a. I don't know where that necessarily. I guess there's. I don't know. Basque. That's the Basque area, isn't it? That's Brittany. It's Ireland. That makes sense. French Algeria. I mean, this is actually quite interesting. As you can see, just how bad this area is getting. And hopefully, maybe the Russians can hold up. I kind of hope they can. But I have a feeling they can at this point. Yeah, RGO output is what we're going to focus on. So, I want to look at my highest production. No, actually, I'm going to look at places where I produce steel the most, or I should actually say iron. And it looks like this bundle right here, Thuringia, has the highest. Yeah, it definitely does actually, like bar none. So in that case, we're going to encourage aristocrats here. So aristocrats, oddly enough, throughout the entire game, focus to RGO output. And damn it. A feeling that this might be fine over here. We have a notably low amount of aristocrats here, though, because of the coal production. We will encourage some aristocrats, maybe some aristocrats. Who knows? Where's our bread basket at? I'm sure this is her bread basket, actually. Brandenburg does have a notable amount of things. So, actually, with Brandenburg, we will do aristocrats as well. We have one more to focus on, and actually, matter of fact, what we will do instead, so we're going to find a place that seems to have the hardest, or at least the lowest amount of workers, or need for workers, I should really say. Do I really want immigration, though, right now? I don't think I do. I was thinking about wanting immigrants, but I don't think I do right now. Who do I have? Who, or Lower Cilicia, whatever. Cilicia, there it is. We do have a notable amount of capitalists here. I mean, we're talking about what? What's that right here? Let's see how they help. Are they even helping? What's that? There should be something that I know there's something here that will tell me. Where all of this is, but it's not telling me. I mean, at that point, I think we will focus on. Wait, bronze is made here, isn't it? That's like the one special thing that Cilicia has. Where you at? There it is. I could have sworn it was. I guess we don't have any bronze production. Then why do we have a bronze? Oh, here's the bronze. Copper. Sorry. Copper is probably expensive too, isn't it? It's going to be really expensive coming up in the future. Copper is in quite high demand compared to iron. It's actually not as expensive as iron. Well, that lead, not in high demand at all. Kind of makes sense. The things you can produce with copper is what makes it pretty good. So, let us increase the aristocratic over here. We'll do that for about maybe a year or so. Alright, good. So, as that's going about, we need to still do this. And so we have 12, which does not break down very well from this. So actually we will build 3 more SARs. Great. And as they are being built, which should be really quick, so about 40 days or so, they first have to get the product first. Yep, that's what stops it. We will merge these guys. Oh yeah, look at those models change too. Those are sick, dude. What about that? So a lumber mill's failing. We will probably just let it live. You know we shouldn't, but we will. The Russian Empire have. Oh my! Hoo-hoo-hoo! This is gonna get good, guys. This is getting real good. Alright, so the Jacobin rebels have been forcing demands on the Russian Empire. They state the Russian Empire no more. Give us some time. They have Westernizer will become the new ruling party. Political reform selected. They will have weighted voting based on population. They will have public meetings allowed. Free press, completely free press. No socialists are allowed. So this is getting real good, guys. In Mandarin, I forgot what that's based off of. No secret ballots. Oh. No, non-secret ballots. Oh, that's good. Oh, no secret ballots yet. Lord Admiral will be removed from the Russian Empire. Russia because national confusion. I can only imagine why. Yeah, this is gonna get good. So I'm curious what this place turns into now. It sure ain't the Russian Empire. It's just called Russia. Actually, it's a secondary power. Wow, that's actually really neat and interesting. I'm very curious how that's going to work out. Yeah, they have a liberal government. And, uh-oh. I will assert my position, sir. Tropical lumber mills, those aren't very helpful to me, though. So. They could be very helpful to me, but... And actually, you know what? With that happening, they actually might give... if I actually look at the tension. Actually, no, the flashpoint has dropped significantly. Russia's not a great power anymore either. I mean, probably because of all the fighting that went on. Empire Brazil is one of those places where it's actually really beneficial to have them kind of be our friends. Right now they're neutral towards us, which is fine. And you know what? I think actually finding a place with other resources that interest me it's kind of a good thing right now. Right now I have no benefits in any other nation, while other nations definitely do. I do not. So why don't we actually try to do that while we are at it? Let's see, what can we produce? Machine parts. They're not in high demand, but they are very helpful. Actually, I can't see what they produce. So, for example, tobacco, or here, all this wood that they produce, which is the majority of what the country produces. They do not allow foreign investment, so it's not possible, regretfully. But tobacco. Any place digging on tobacco right now? If I just click, I can actually find it. It's tobacco. It says not, but it is. Well, Brazil does not. It's not allowing foreign investment at the time. So, and it's still Haiti actually. Oh yeah, it would be Haiti. So yeah, why don't we actually do some foreign investment here? And so, yeah, build a cigar factory there. And then over here, we'll build a cigarette factory. There we go. And Cuba, it's all sugar, but that might be enough to do something there. What else? What other things? Tropical wood is another really big one, but again, Paraguay. Not enough, though, for it to do anything. Same thing with British Australia and stuff like that. Oh well, that's good for right now. Something different, and the Hussars are about to be built, so. Wonderful. Armies that are just kind of anywhere and nowhere at the same time. There you go. Good. So that means we have 15. Good. Good. And now we're going to produce 3. And then again, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see what I gotta make sure though. That's what you're doing. So we're gonna do stuff like 1, 2, 3, and so some of them will be more effective than others. Three. These guys are over here. These guys are over here. And I ought to do what I need to do. So merge this one, this one, this one, this, and lastly this. Good. So we have that going about, and so the next thing we gotta do is produce another. Next thing, well, bleh, my cord got stuck. Anyway, next thing we're gonna do is probably get these guys out of here so they don't die. All right, good. So we have 12 more spots open, which we're going to just produce a bunch of infantry. I think that will be the best option for us. Well, 12, so we can actually split it in half. We're going to do about 6 infantry. 4, 5, 6, and then we can only produce that many. 12. Apparently, I built 12 somehow. Was not aware. Okay. So, tensions in Württemberg. We're going to insert that we belong there. I'm still amazed by Russia though. Good for Russia. Surprised they still keep the flag though. I figured they would get like their other tricolors, their modern tricolors. But they actually might not. That might be their traditional tricolors. And I just don't know what the hell I'm talking about, which is completely possible. This lumber mills keeps on failing, and it's annoying me. Our money's going real good, like obnoxiously good. So we can actually... knock that over there. And we're just going to produce these dudes and stuff. Oh no, it's already that time? Alright. Well then, birth rate's very low. I kind of figured that would happen. Eventually. It's like real life. Alright then. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm obviously going to be just... I do this in blocks, so... I'm going to start right at the end of this. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you liked what you saw, why don't you hit the like button. If you really liked what you saw, why don't you hit the subscribe button. And you know what, guys? I'll see you next time.